Hello and welcome to A Life More Boaty. Today we are down here at Swanwick Marina, courtesy of Ben and the team at Clipper Marine, to have a look at this 1995 Falcon 275. Now, as you can imagine, 275 denotes that she's pretty much a 28 foot boat, and they did cram in a lot of boat in these in this period of boat building. You can see the hull construction, nice deep V, which is good. That runs back to a couple of Volvo Penta DP legs. As you can see, they are both duo prop. Now, duo prop simply means that obviously there's two props on each engine and they counter rotate, so to cancel out the prop walk that you normally get if you had a single. Obviously that's not such an issue if you have twins. Decent set of quite powerful trim tabs up here, and as you can see there's a little bathing extension on there and some davits. So let's go and have a look on board. Here you go, we are up on the bathing platform. It's slim but functional. Little bit of fender stowage over there, which is always nice to see. Grab handle for when you're pulling yourself up, because there is a swim ladder tucked just under the bathing platform. We have two types of davits. So we've got the snap davits down here, 1 and 2 over there. So the idea with that is you can click the davit or the dinghy on the bottom and then pull it up, but you can also use the swing davit, so they swing out effectively, one on that side and the other one on that side, enable you to winch the dinghy up. And I'm guessing you could probably use the two together. So it's certainly easy to store your dinghy, which is always a little bit tricky sometimes on these smaller boats. If I swing round, you can see there's a little step in, lovely solid GRP gate there, takes us straight into the cockpit area, which is quite obviously has been recovered at some point in her life, because it's very, very clean and tidy in here. New canvases or new fabric on the seats here. Engine bay underneath there, which we'll have a look at on the way out, but a really decent amount of space in here. And again, unlike a lot of boats of this era, and particularly the American boats, she does come with a little side deck. Obviously the railings are on the inside, and you probably noticed on the way in there's a little step in here, so with the canopies off you can step up here straight onto the side deck without having to go around onto the bathing platform. There's a sink down there, there's a fridge down there, little moulded sink, bit of storage in that cupboard, cup holder down there, little companion seat for the captain over there. You'll also notice that there's a window. That's because underneath here, hence the step you can see up here, is the undersole cockpit aft cabin. Captain's seat here, very, very nice. Again, recently been retrimmed in white vinyl with blue cappings. So a couple of Volvo Penta engines, so Volvo Penta controls down there, standard steering wheel, and the usual array of switches, engine drives, spotlight, 2 ignitions, your fuel gauges, and the usual selection of carling switches and analog engine instrumentation up there. If I sit myself down, you can see you've got a really good view forwards, decent view behind you as well if you're coming in stern too, and again, really sociable cockpit with everybody being able to communicate when they're going along. Chart table over this side, and a little VHF radio down there as well, and access to the cabin. I'm just going to drop my shoes off before we go in. A couple of steps down takes you straight into a really, really classic saloon for the size and the age of this boat. Very, very functional. And again, if I step right in here, straight away you can see I'm 1.7 meters. There's plenty of headroom. It's also nice to see that there's this 4 window here, which throws light in. It's a pretty cloudy day down today. There is additional opening port lights on either side, and one over there, and another one, as you would normally expect, up front. Bit of storage in the cabinetry across the front here, and this whole area makes into a berth very simply by dropping the table down and infilling the cushions. In case you're wondering, this is just a dehumidifier sitting here because we are in winter mode over here in the UK. And then there's storage underneath all of these seats along here. Ooh, excuse me. This side is a little bit of extra storage as well, although in here we have the fridge, and this is just a little bit of cabinetry. Again, a bit of workspace up here, furniture, radio over there, and some storage. TV up on the bulkhead. Spin around over to the other side, you can see the galley. And it's incredible, they really have utilised the beam here. There's a lot of standing floor space, which makes this feel very, very open for a 27-foot boat. 3-burner gas hob down here. Lovely to see all of the original crockery. Let me get the light out of this here. Here we go, look at that. And you've got the same with all of the cups. So it gives you an example of how well this boat's been looked after. And the same with the glasses. Nice sink, bit of storage underneath here for general bits and pieces. Same here and here. And another little cupboard just above the sink, like so. If I go backwards over here, you'll also notice we have 2 doors behind us. So if we go to this one first, this is the aft cabin. Now if you remember when we were in the cockpit, excuse my shoes abandoned there, you can see that window and the whole of this area is lifted up to create a seat. And what that does down here is it creates a decent cutaway above the bed. And obviously that, as you can see, that drops down for the lower part of the bed, but does still give you really good space and a big double berth. You can see the infill cushions down here for the 4-berth, but you have got plenty of sit up in bedroom there. Little bit of storage behind us here in this cupboard, and again nice to see ventilation with that opening porthole and a little mirror just behind us here to throw some light around. And again, little seat down there so you can sit yourself down whilst you are getting dressed. And on the other side, behind the other door, we then have the shared heads. Little shower in here, which pulls out of the tap, and obviously you can then hide the loo away, so it's a standard Jabsco pump action loo there that pumps out to a holding tank. Little window for ventilation, lovely moulded sink, and again even in here there is standing headroom. So there you go, pretty impressive little boat. So before we leave, we will just go and have a, oh, forgot to mention, all the trips for the mains and the 240 volt are down there, and just under the seat over here is all the switches for the battery and domestic batteries. So before we leave, let us have a quick look at the engine bay. So here we have the engine hatch open, and in here we have a couple of Volvo Penta AD31Ps, so short block 4-cylinder diesel engine, very capable engine. And this is going to give you probably around about a 30 to 33 knot maximum speed, and around about a 22 to 23 knot comfortable cruise. If we tuck it in down here, you can see over there the back, the white box, we want one of the batteries. That white box with the hoses coming out is the hot water heat exchanger. There's a fuel water separator down there for one engine. Another battery over there, another fuel water separator down here. And behind us here, or below us, we have the fuel tank. So there you go, pretty capable engines, very reliable on old Volvo Pentas. So I hope you've enjoyed that. So do please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and thank Ben and the team at Swanwick Marina for allowing us to have a look around, and we will see you next time round. Thank you very much for watching.